Welcome back to Football Scorecast. Tonight, we're taking a deep dive into a Monday night Serie A clash.
Yeah.
Monza versus Udinese.
Interesting.
It's, Monza are really needing a win to escape that relegation zone.
Yeah.
And Udinese, they're trying to snap a pretty frustrating winless streak that's seen them
Right.
slide down the table.
Definitely a clash of, contrasting form and objectives there.
Absolutely. And you would think with Monza at home, they would be the favorite.
You would think so, yeah.
But their form at the Braianteo Stadium has been, I don't know,
Not great.
underwhelming. It's a good way to put it.
Underwhelming, yeah, for sure.
Only one win all season. And that wasn't even at home.
Wow.
Lost their last two at the Braianteo,
Mm-hmm.
both by the same one-nail scoreline.
Okay.
But then you see them on the road, and they're pulling off these draws.
Yeah.
They came back from behind in both.
2 in a row now.
What,
Yeah.
What is the story there?
I mean,
Is it psychological?
I think so. I think it's got to be,
Yeah.
obviously something different clicks when they're away from home.
Right.
Maybe a little bit less pressure.
Yeah.
But, Monza fans are definitely scratching their heads at this.
Yeah.
They've only had one stretch in their Serie A history where they've lost 3 in a row at home.
Really?
So avoiding that has got to be a massive motivator for them.
It's gotta be.
And let's not forget, they're also on the verge of scoring their 100th Serie A goal.
Wow.
Maybe hitting that milestone on their own turf will give them a little extra push.
Yeah, that would be something special. Now let's shift gears a little bit and look at Udinese.
Okay.
They had a pretty promising start,
They did, yeah.
but 5 games without a win?
Yeah, 5 games.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
It is a tough pill to swallow, and what's perplexing about it is
Yeah.
I think a lot of their struggles have been self-inflicted.
Yeah.
They've conceded 2 penalties, 2 players have been sent off with red cards, and they've even managed to put 3 in their own net.
3 own goals.
3 own goals in 5 games.
That's just...
It's almost as if they're their own worst enemy.
Yeah, you almost wonder if it's just bad luck at that point.
I mean, there's definitely an element of bad luck.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
we can't just put it all down to that.
Right.
One player in particular, Isaac Tour, has had a particularly tough time.
Okay.
He's been responsible for both red cards
Oh, wow.
and one of the own goals.
Oh, no.
So, it does raise questions about their defensive discipline and decision-making under pressure.
Yeah.
And if we look at their away form, they haven't won in their last 5 away from home.
Really?
So, that coupled with some of the individual errors and disciplinary issues
Right.
paints a picture of a team that's really struggling to find their feet on the road.
Yeah, and let's not forget their record against Monza.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Only 1 win in their last 9 meetings.
Wow.
History doesn't seem to be on their side.
It really doesn't.
But again, anything can happen on match day.
Wow. Absolutely.
Especially when you have players like Gianluca Caprari for Monza
Right.
and Sandi Lovrić for Udinese ready to make an impact.
Yeah, those are 2 great players. Caprari, actually, he's coming off a goal in their last match,
Okay.
and he tends to shine against Udinese. He's got 5 goal contributions in his last 4 appearances against them.
Wow.
2 goals, 3 assists. So that's a stat that Udinese will definitely be wary of.
Yeah, you got to imagine their game planning around that.
Oh, sure.
And then there's Lovrić.
Yeah.
He's on a bit of a hot streak himself.
He is.
His last 5 goals have all been the opening goal of the match
Really?
before the 20th minute.
Oh, wow.
And you want to guess when that streak started?
Can't imagine.
With a goal against Monza.
Of course.
That's
What a story.
That's a head-to-head battle right there.
Yeah, definitely want to watch. But you know what? There's one more intriguing stat that I think could have a big impact.
Okay.
In 9 of Monza's last 11 matches, the halftime score ended up being the final score.
So they either come out strong
Right.
or they just can't turn it around.
Exactly.
Wow,
I'll never make of that.
that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Is that a good omen for Monza, or does that put more pressure on them
Right.
to get out in front early?
I think it's a bit of both.
Yeah,
On the one hand, they've shown that they can hold a lead.
right.
But on the other hand, if they go down early, it seems like they struggle to find a way back into the game.
So how do you think Udinese will approach this, knowing this tendency?
I think they're going to be looking to disrupt Monza's rhythm.
Okay.
They have to prevent them from getting comfortable and settling into a pattern.
Right.
If they can't do that, they risk becoming another victim of this halftime trend.
It's a real tactical battle then.
Oh, yeah. It all comes down to which team can impose their will on the match.
So to recap, we've got Monza. They're hungry for that home win,
Right.
but they're battling their own demons at the Brianteo.
Yeah.
We've got Udinese who desperately want to break this winless streak,
Yeah.
but they're struggling with those self-inflicted errors
Yeah.
and a not-so-great-away record.
Right.
And looming over all of this is that intriguing stat about Monza and the halftime score.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one. It's a match that has so many compelling narratives.
Yeah.
And, with players like Caprari and Lovrić likely to play key roles, it promises to be a captivating 90 minutes.
Given everything we've discussed, do you think the halftime score in this match will dictate the final result and continue that Monza trend?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say yes.
Okay.
I think it will.
Right.
I think it will.
I guess we'll find out.
We'll see.
We'll be back after the match to break it all down. Until then, enjoy what should be a thriller.
Sounds good.